catching Philadelphia in terms of winning that division. The Dallas Cowboys have a chance only because they still haven't played them yet um, this season. But no, they've been on fire. Doug Peterson has got Carson Wentz playing extremely well and consistent. They did have a big injury, though, losing Jason Peters for the rest of the year due to an injury on that offensive line. So he'll be a big replacement for them. But other than that, they are, Philadelphia's rolling right now. And I hate to say it because one of my best friends is a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan, and he's been giving me the business all year because of how Philadelphia's been been playing. But no, they look good right now.
Yeah, you're right, man. They do. I hate to say it too. My man Jay Fish the microwave ain't in here right now. But he's a huge Eagles fan as well, and we've been having to hear it. We've been having to hear it all week, and he can't do nothing about it. I mean, it is what it is. They play as their play. I never saw this Deshaun Watson injury. I'm trying to see where did he get hurt at. I never saw it. I don't know how that happened. So, I mean, it's a lot of. It's really interesting here, man. Do you think the Chiefs are gonna be able to hold on to their division in that spot? I mean, it's a lot of good football games being played, man, and it's a lot of unexpected. Like, for some reason, I felt Oakland was gonna take the division, but ended up being the Chiefs. You know what I mean? It's like a whole lot of this year is, man, really exciting and just different. I mean, the way the Bills are playing, the way the Jets are playing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a crazy mashup, man, right now. And
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just this different competitive thing going on or what, but it's exciting this year, man.
It has been fun to watch. I mean, despite the problems that the league itself has faced throughout the year with various issues across the league, the play on the field for the most part has been pretty good. I mean, you've had some pretty bad quarterback play at times with certain teams, and certain organizations just can't figure out how to make phone calls to make trades. Hello, Cleveland. And so it's one of those situations where the quality of the play on the football field has been pretty good. And Kansas City is one of those teams they're a complete football team. Alex Smith has been an MVP candidate throughout the entire first half of the year. Kareem Hunt at the running back position has been dynamic. Defensively, they have struggled at times, but they can get after the passer. And Marcus Peters is still one of the better corners in the league. And then in special teams, you got guys like Tyreek Hill who can return the ball out in space, and especially on the offensive side, can also catch the ball and take it for a home run. Can run it 75, 80 yards on a dime. So Kansas City is one of the most complete teams in the league, and they are at this point starting to run away with that AFC West division. I mean, Denver right now is a full 2.5 games behind the Chiefs, and they're talking about putting Brock Osweiler out there against this Philadelphia Eagle football team. So it can get ugly in a hurry for the rest of this division. Oakland's been a real disappointment. Obviously, they dealt with some injury with Derek Carr for a little bit there, but defensively they've been terrible. I mean, Khalil Mack is still a stud at the linebacker position, but defensively they have not made the kind of steps forward that you would think they would have made going into the season to keep up with how good that offense has been. And Amari Cooper offensively for the Raiders has dropped too many footballs. I'm not sure what his problem is this year in dropping the football, but he hasn't helped Derek Carr in the ways that we thought he was going to into this season. He hasn't played poorly, but just having too many drops right now for this football team. But now the league is extremely competitive. I think tonight's game is a microcosm of that. I mean, the AFC East is extremely competitive with the Patriots obviously 6-2, Buffalo 5-2. Even Miami, as bad as they've been, somehow are 4-3 in this division. So the league there's a lot of parity in the league right now, and you're seeing that across a lot of different divisions, whether it be the AFC East, whether it be the even the NFC North and NFC South. I mean, you got in the NFC South, you got three teams that are above 500 with New Orleans, Carolina, and Atlanta. A lot of folks thought Tampa Bay would be a little bit better this year, but no, you're right. There's a lot of parity in the league right now, and it's good for the league from a competitive standpoint in terms of competition on the field and entertainment on the football field, despite what they may be going through um, as a league with other issues that aren't necessarily having anything to do with playing games on the football field.
Yeah, man. Now I see Vincent here bigging up his Vikings in here. What's your
Yeah,
thoughts on the NFC North?
NFC North is good, and Vince has got a lot to talk about, a lot to smile about. I mean, you got a team in Minnesota who defensively over the last couple of years has been extremely, extremely good. One of the top defenses in the National Football League, and then they help out the rest of the NFC North by, sacking Aaron Rodgers for the rest of the year and putting him out. So a lot of folks thought that the hit was dirty. I thought the hit was fine. Aaron Rodgers didn't necessarily like it, and Anthony Barr had something to say about it. But no, Minnesota's good. The question for them is going to be offensively. Can they continue to rely on Case Keenum, who's played better as of late? And then, of course, Teddy Bridgewater looks like he's getting ready for his return, which is a remarkable story in and of itself, with him returning to the walking, let alone returning to the football field. So, no, I think defensively, though, is where Minnesota has their calling card at. Everson Griffin's one of the best defensive ends in football, one of the top sack artists in the league, and has put this Vikings team, Mike Zimmer and this team, in position to where they have a real good shot of going on to win this division and potentially making some noise in the playoffs. It's just a matter at the quarterback position. Can they rely on Case Keenum if Mike Zimmer decides to continue to go with him for the rest of the year, or if they decide to go ahead and bring Teddy Bridgewater back to see how he fits into that offense. But no, Minnesota defensively is where they're going to hang their hat on and continue to do so with one of the better linebackers in Anthony Barr in the league, and like I said, with Everson Griffin at the defensive end position. Minnesota's got their work cut out for them. Chicago's played better. Mitch Trubisky's given them a little bit of life at the quarterback position. I think the future is a little bit brighter now with him at the quarterback position, to see what John Fox and that team has going forward. They've dealt with a lot of injuries at the wide receiver position. They could never keep any wide receivers healthy, but got a nice little stable of running backs out there that will continue to grow and develop. And Mitch Trubisky, obviously, in his rookie year, looking to continue to make his rookie campaign, a pretty good one. Detroit, they can score on anybody except when it comes to Pittsburgh last week. You got a guy, Matthew Stafford, who throws for over 400 yards, but yet they don't find themselves scoring and losing, and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think it was 20-16 last week. So offensively, they're good. You got Matthew Stafford, the highest paid player in the National Football League, which is crazy to even think about. But no, Minnesota right now is the class of that division, and it's because of their defense. So I know the governor's got a lot to smile about up there in Minnesota with his with his Vikings right now. So I know he's happy what he's seeing on the football field.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's definitely the Aaron Rodgers hit, man, because I don't know. I think they were going to run away with it, but, Aaron Rodgers going down made that dramatic change in that division.
Yeah, he is one of those league dominoes that when he gets injured, the entire landscape of the league is affected by his injury. And he's that big of a mover and shaker when it comes to not just a quarterback, but as a football player in and of himself. Yeah, he's a mover and shaker that shakes the very foundations of the league when he's not in there. And you're already starting to see some of that with Green Bay struggling at the quarterback position with Brett Hundley in there. So, but yeah, Minnesota right now looks to be the class of that division going forward.
Vincent and Vikings coming down to Atlanta soon to kick some dirty bird ass too. We going up there, man. Minnesota ain't here. That's up. I think that's up top. We're going up that way. Um, you got a couple of congratulations, man, that came through on my text line. Both from radio professionals, man. X Squad affiliate Nathan Ivy, 10 years in the game. Gave you a shout out and a congratulations.
Appreciate that.
And also, Two Live Studio Radio Network professional Jeff Fox, 10 years in the game, also sports talk on Fox Network. I think he actually is going back to Fox in the next couple of weeks too. But he also gave you a shout out too and congratulations on the power move. So big ups from both of those gentlemen. Let's.
Well, let me. Vince is right now. They coming down to Atlanta December 3rd. They're coming down your way.
Minnesota's here.
Yeah. Minnesota's coming down your way.
December 3rd. Why I don't know that Minnesota.
I just happened to look myself and.
Hold on, man. Let me think about that. Now, hold on. No, the reason I say that is because I got season passes. It's just like I got people allocated to these games. I don't remember nobody going to a Minnesota game. Who going to my Vikings game? That's crazy. December 3rd, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I almost got every game in my head. That's crazy, huh? Got me tripping over here now. December 3rd, huh? All right, well, that is what it is. December 3rd, huh? Yep, it is. Who the hell going to that game? I got to think about that now. Minnesota. Let me see. Maybe that's the one my brother went to a game, man. Anyway, I had to look it up, man. I got folks allocated to the games. You know, I got the season pass, and my wife gave up her seat for all my family and friends and stuff like that. So I got somebody allocated to every game. I just don't remember who the heck is at the Minnesota game. I can't remember in my head who was at this Minnesota game for some reason. So at some point it'll click in, but right now I can't think. Vince said, "Take me." You coming through here too? Or you trying to get here? He said he trying to get. Hey, if ain't nobody on there, but somebody on there, somebody at all these games, man. I got alternatives. That's how bad my what you call it is. I got alternatives on my thing. I got my brother, my other brother, my brother-in-law, my other brother-in-law. You know what I'm saying? And then I had some of my boys. I had to make them pull a number. And then when they pulled a number, I had some winners. And then, that's my man Chris going to that game. That's why. All right, and then they pulled a number. And then after that, we had, the winner, et cetera, et cetera. But it was crazy, man. It's like, I feel bad. Like, I can't take everybody. But my wife, she ain't make it but to one game. She made it to a preseason and one game. Her game is the last game of the season, which is the Patriots. And she over there like, I help pay for these tickets and I don't get to go for one game. Rob Buss said, "Why Angela didn't give her seat for me?" That one my brother-in-law went to, but that was already allocated. Angela gave up her seat for her brother. She gave the seat up for her youngest brother, who is a Pittsburgh fan, but he was happy as hell in the dome too, man. Cheese and ear to ear, even though we had to see a loss on that game. I tell you. All right. What's your thoughts right now on college football right now? Here in Atlanta, in Georgia, we're happy about our number one ranking. I don't know how long it's going to last. I saw something that said the percent of us winning out was 12%, I believe. I believe it said Alabama had 55% chance of winning out, and it said Penn State had 80% chance of winning out. It was some crazy stuff, man. I'm like, what? 12%? So they think we will get our ass whipped somewhere coming up.
Yeah, Georgia has been fantastic. I mean, Kirby Smart has put this program in position. I mean, looking at their schedule going forward, I mean, they're at home against South Carolina this weekend, then they travel to Auburn and then finish up their last couple of games at home versus Kentucky and then at Georgia Tech. So the schedule right now is tailor-made for Georgia to at least get themselves in position to where